Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Dodgers Cards. I'm going to do something I've been waiting to do for a long time. You may notice there's no cards up in the cabinet over there. I took them out, and that is to show my 1958 top set. I was kind of inspired to make this video because last night I saw the live stream that Dylan was doing, hosting, where folks were talking about their favorite top sets. And yeah, Dylan had mentioned that his favorite was 1958. That's my favorite too. This has been like a long time passion project for me. I started building the 1958 top set when I was a kid, probably in like late elementary school was when I got my first, in the 80s, got my first 58 card, maybe early junior high. And I worked on it through junior high and high school, and then dabbled with it through my 20s and 30s, and finally finished it up during the pandemic, or just following around that time, anyway, a couple years ago. I love 1958 tops. I was drawn to it when I was a kid from like just the vibrant colors, beautiful colors on those cards. I love all the combo cards. I love that it's the first year of All-Star cards. And I also like it, I think it sits perfectly in like the golden age era. You got like the very end of the careers of people like Ted Williams and Pee Wee Reese, and kind of near the end of Stan Musial. And then you've got like the just coming into their, pretty much the prime of their career, ready to set things off through the 60s with Clemente and Mays and Banks and Mantle. And you've got, great Sandy Koufax card. And you've got, yeah, just so many like awesome players. Killebrew, K-Line, they're all just like, they all just pop. The cards look awesome. So anyway, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. I'm not going to show the entire set, but I'm going to show a bunch of cards from it. This is what I'm talking about when I say those colors pop. Those are awesome. And I'm going to show a bunch of them. So what I'm going to do first is I'll give you just like a little overview of the collection, and then I'm going to look at some individual cards and just kind of turn the camera around and go through them. All right, so here's a little bird's eye view of my set. You got the graded cards in front by Grading Company, some of them. And then I've got these two boxes. This first box, this column is graded cards. These are not 58s here, but I have this column fills up when I put them all back. And then I've got all the cards here in these semi-rigids, and then, they're all in order. So anyway, that's the set, and now I'm gonna go through some of the stars, all of the Hall of Famers, some of the stars, graded cards, and yeah, just some other ones I like. All right, we're gonna run through a lot of cards here, so I'm gonna go through them pretty quickly, but these are, I'd say overall the graded cards are representative of the grade of the ungraded cards too. So anyway, and I'll just pause when there's a card that has some significance, but otherwise I'm just gonna flip through them. Yeah, I really love this. I love the team cards. Here's a Dodgers team card, of course, since I'm a Dodger collector. I'm not really a set collector, but I'm not a set collector, but this is one set that I've made sure that I focused on because I started collecting when I was a kid, and it has a lot of sentimental value. And it was I just included a couple of my high grade commons in here too. It was such a great feeling to finish this one. It's like I worked on it for, off and on for, 35 years, and really, really happy to have completed it. And, this is not a master set. There are a number of cards that have different colors. There's a yellow name and yellow team variations and whatnot. And I don't have any of those. I just wanted to get one of every card. And yeah, there's also this Pancho Herrera partial A error, which is, oh my God, I really love this one. The color on this just so sweet. This Pee Wee Reese I got when I was in my 20s, I think. Yeah. The yellow on some of these is just so vibrant. I also got a lot of these as parts of lots. Like there was somebody on eBay, I bought a whole bunch of graded cards. They were selling like team lots, and I got a pretty good deal on that. This is, I have a raw one that I got when I was a kid, which I'll show in a little bit too. So yeah, like this one came from one of those team lots. Man, these all-star cards are awesome. And here, sorry Dylan, off center, but Yeah, I think for an OC designation, it's not bad. It's a pretty sharp one. All right, those are all the PSA Star and Hall of Fame cards. Okay, these ones, a lot of these are cards from when I was a kid. So this one I got as a kid. I signed a bunch into CSG when they opened up. This one I got as a kid. Love that Johnny Padres. This one I didn't. You know, I refused to pay a lot of money for Mickey Mantle cards. He was a great player, but I don't think he's, to me, I don't want to pay the extreme surcharge of having Mantle. So I got this one, which I thought is really nice. It's like nicely centered. It's got good color. The corners are good. There's a crease in it, which is why it's a 3. So anyway, yeah, so that's my Mantle. This one I got when I was a kid, and man, I had a pretty good eye back then. This is a nice one. Billy Martin, another really nice looking card. I'm not really sure why this got a 5.5. I thought it was going to get a little bit higher, but anyway, it is what it is. By the way, I should point out, the backs on these cards are fantastic. It's got a nice big cartoon, nice little description. The only thing that's missing is like having their, you know, all the yearly stats, but I kind of like this. And anyway, I like the backs on these. So I'll put some of these up here so we can begin to display these beautiful cards. All right, then I have these cards that I got. I bought a partial set that had some GMA cards, and I would say, looking at the condition, I'd kind of discount it like 1 grade per card, actually, but these are pretty nice. Hank Aaron All-Star. Look at these fantastic All-Stars. Eddie Matthews. Stan Musial does not have a base card, but has this wonderful All-Star card. Bob Turley and Warren Spahn. All right, we'll put Stan in front where he belongs. All right, then I've got some of these Beckett cards. This is a Clemente. You know, if I'm being honest, this does not deserve a 5.5. I think it deserves maybe a 4. But anyway, forget about that. It's a nice card. Now, the older Beckett gradings I do think are pretty accurate. Now, this is a 6.5, and you can see the older vintage used to put the subgrades here. And I bought this card raw, and this is a card from when I was a kid, and I sent it in when I did a small submission with Beckett, I don't know, a long time ago. And anyway, I really like this card. Not the best expression, but I don't think it deserves all the hate it gets. A lot of awesome combo cards. As a Dodger fan, I love this one. This one is not a childhood card, but I picked it up. I think this is a pretty awesome example of Ernie Banks. Let's put him back here. He's awesome. And then this Whitey Ford I did get when I was a kid, and I sent it in. And I think that's a pretty accurate grade. Anyway, we don't need to talk about grading too much. All right, and then I have these SGC ones. We got Ted Williams. This is a card that I got when I was a kid, Willie Mays. It's a 3, don't plan on replacing it, don't care about the grade really. So we got that guy. Roger Maris, I got this at the height of the pandemic. Unfortunately, I've probably grossly overpaid based on today's values, but you know what? I'm not getting rid of it anyway, so who cares? It's nice. This I got when I was a kid, and I think this thing is awesome. I remember getting this one. It was the most expensive card I'd ever gotten. I bought it at a baseball card show. It was awesome. I also got it with the combo card that includes Willie Mays and Duke Snider. And man, Mantle and Aaron on one card together, awesome color, no splotching, awesome centering, just beautiful registration. This is a fantastic card. I really love this one. It's probably my favorite one in the set. And this one, yeah, this is a pickup of a few years ago. And yeah, Curt Flood, man, he should be in the Hall of Fame. Put him there. All right, here's a few more SGCs. Sandy Koufax, Yogi Berra. This is a card I got when I was a kid too. Ted Williams and Mickey Mantle. The Mickey Mantle I also got when I was a kid. Again, don't plan on replacing it, even if it's not in the most fantastic condition. All right, now I'm going to go through a few of the raw cards. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, but you can just see some of these are really sharp. This Giants card is awesome. Don Drysdale was my guy growing up. I got a totally beat up card when I was a kid, and I replaced it with this one recently, which is pretty nice. George Kell, Al Kaline. Sorry, Dylan, this is really off center, but I still like it. It's got great color. Luis Aparicio. This is probably one of my softer Hall of Famers in the lot, in the set. Early win. CSG said that it was trimmed or something. I don't know. I don't see it. It seems to measure up, but you know, it is what it is. Jim Bunning. Man, look how sharp some of these are. I really put a lot of work into this set. Gil Hodges. I put Wally Moon in there because he was a Dodger for a long time, but here he is with his awesome brows. Jim Gilliam, Richie Ashburn. God, the color on these is fantastic with the contrast between the red and the blue. Love it, love it, love it. Maz, Yankees team, Frank Robinson, Harmon Killebrew. This is a card from childhood for sure. And my brother and I each had one. I don't know if this is my brother's or mine because I ended up buying his collection. He sold it to me like many years ago and we each had one. And I don't remember which is, I don't know whose is whose. I got rid of one of them. So anyway, childhood card. Another one of these awesome combo cards. Minoso. Oh, love this one. This one I got a while back too. And yeah, corners on this are super sharp. Hoyt Wilhelm, just awesome. Love these. Love all the colors, the players, the color, like the contrast between the blue cap and the yellow background is just amazing. Ken Boyer. Here's a Frank Robinson on a combo card. Look at that orange, just pops. So cool. Carl Furillo, Vatapinson rookie. I kind of want to upgrade this one. There are a few in there I want to upgrade. I don't like all the, the snowing. I don't have many cards that have that. This one does. So maybe one day. This is the one I was talking about I got when I was a kid. Willie Mays and Duke Snyder. Again, CSG said this one was trimmed. I don't see it. It seems to measure up, but who knows? So I did get that PSA one so I had it. And then we've got some All-Star cards. All-Star managers with Casey Stengel. These are all the rest of the All-Stars. Scouron, Temple, Fox, again, snowing, don't like that. Malzone, a few more. Aparicio. Oh, look at that Frank Robinson. This is a great card. Love it. Jackie Jensen, Ed Bailey, Sherm Lawler, Bob Friend, and Herb Score. God, these cards are awesome. Anyway, love the 58 set. I think it's the greatest set that Topps has made. And yeah, also it's got a ton of sentimental value to me since I got a lot of these cards. I didn't point them all out, but a bunch of these cards I got when I was a kid. I think when I graduated from high school, I probably had about 160 of them or something like that. So you can see the rest I got later on through my 20s, 30s, and more recently during the pandemic. Anyway, this is a long video by my standards. If you've hung around, appreciate it. And yeah, this is my 1958 set. It's definitely a main piece, cornerstone in my collection. Yeah, I'm trying to upgrade little pieces of it now and then. And maybe one day I'll go after those variations to create a master set, but I haven't done that yet. Anyway, thanks for watching.